Three 20-minute chunks. 20 minutes of focused attention is better than 2 hours of distracted attention scattered between a vast number of tasks. Buy yourself an egg timer or use an app on your smartphone and give yourself 20 minutes of uninterrupted time. That means no phone calls, emails, or texting, just 100% focus on a single activity or task. Set yourself a goal for the 20 minutes and then give yourself a reward. 5 minutes for a coffee or to check those emails or return any calls you have missed. For some people, this will be a challenge, as everyone now believes we need to be digitally connected 24/7. Every goal or project is made up of a series of small steps. Focus on your goal, but be clear about your next step. The ancient Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu said, "Great acts are made up of small deeds." We all marvel at the achievements of some people, yet the greatest achievements can be broken down into a series of little steps applied with tenacity over time. Think of a goal you want to achieve, and now think of 3 small action steps you need to take this month, and 1 action step you could take in the next 3 hours to bring the goal closer. 4. Give yourself time. You need to give yourself time to recharge. 1% of 24 hours is roughly 15 minutes. You give time to your work, customers, family, friends, and community groups. When is their time for you? At the end of the day, when you have nothing left to give, to do everything you want to do, you need time and space for mental maintenance. This is a great time to refocus yourself or just to be still and take some quiet time to meditate. If you are always running on an adrenaline fueled high, then when do you give yourself time to stop and recalibrate? 5. Clean out the clutter. Clutter can be one of the core sources of stress and confusion in your life. Have a big clean out of your desk, office, cupboards, garage, and even your wardrobe. Release yourself from the accumulation of stuff. Streamline your life by looking at what you can do to set yourself free from the clutter. Pick a day in the next 7 to 10 days and pick one area of your life to declutter. 6. Save minutes. Or too often, people are looking to save hours and it is the wrong focus. Look at activities and actions you can take to save minutes. To put this into perspective, saving 10 minutes each day means recovering 60 hours in a year. A full working week to devote to a project, person, or program, or to you. Review where you consume time in your life and work. It could be email, paperwork, traveling time, or meetings you attend or run. Then decide how to save minutes. Look at what efficiency processes you could create and find out from others what they do to save time in these areas. 7. Tackle the tough task first. Complete the toughest task first, and everything else becomes easier. There are always going to be necessary actions and tasks you won't want to do. Tasks that seem especially big and challenging. My suggestion is do them first. If you don't, over time they seem to become bigger in your mind. Most likely you are thinking about it all day as you work on other tasks, rather than actually doing something about it. In other words, you have given it all of your mental attention, but not your physical attention. A funny thing about tackling the toughest task first is it's never as big as you thought it was. 8. Prioritize. Not all priorities are equal. Generally, your priorities will fall into one of three categories: must do, should do, and could do, or A, B, and C priorities. An A priority must be done today. It is vital, mission critical. Ignore it and you could lose a consumer, let down a friend, or cost yourself money. It will also reflect poorly on you in your role. A-B priority is important. If you got it done today, you are being proactive. It is not required today, but if you do complete it, you are forward, planning and preparing, getting ahead of the curve, so to speak. A C priority tends to be nice to do, but it's not a big deal if you don't get it done today. No one is relying on it being completed immediately, but a C priority today could become an A priority in 3 or 4 days' time. It is never about time, it's about what you do with the time you have. All of us have the same 24-hour daily allocation, so how do some people achieve so much and others so little? The answer lies in how they manage their priorities. 36. It is hard to achieve what you want to if you don't have sufficient reserves of energy. You can always do more in the time you have, if you have great energy. Energy gives us the ability to do more with what we have. When you devote energy in the areas that are important to you, you create energy to spend elsewhere in your life. I believe we all have an internal battery that needs to be regularly recharged to replenish and re-energize us. This recharging is not something you do only if it fits into your busy schedule. It is something you need to do regularly and deliberately. The activities we engage in have the capacity to recharge our mind, re-energize our body, and replenish our spirit. It is also true that there are certain activities we engage in that create chaos in our life and detract from all we are trying to achieve. There are 4 core ways in which we can build our energy levels to help us achieve our goals. Do what you love to do. The first can be summed up in the message returned again and again throughout this book. Pursue your passion. When you are doing what you love to do, you gain more energy. I will take energy over time any day because I can do more with the time I have if I have greater levels of energy. In your life, there will be things you like to do, things you have to do, and from time to time, even things you hate to do that may nonetheless be unavoidable. However, you owe it to yourself and to the people who mean the world to you that you also do the things that give you joy and purpose. It is this act of giving back to yourself that provides you with the energy to tackle the tasks you find uncomfortable or inconvenient. People who are most unhappy are not following their heart, pursuing their passion by doing the activities that give them joy. Eat wisely. Some ways to generate energy are obvious to most people. What you eat and drink affects your energy levels. Eating foods that are right for my body Taking a little extra care to select the healthiest options contributes to my high energy levels. Now I am not a health food junkie, but I do know what works for me. Does that mean I am a perfect eater? No, I still treat myself to my favorite types of food once a week. Drink what you need to. Often, when we think we are hungry, we may actually be thirsty. Do you measure how much water you drink each day? Find out what the right amount is for you. Book an appointment with a nutritionist to find out what foods are right for you and how much water you should be drinking. Not what the average person should be drinking. You are definitely not average. Each of us has one body to carry us through life. Why not learn how to get the best results from it? Exercise your body. The physical exercise you do on a regular basis will also have a big impact on your energy levels. This is not about running a marathon each day, but about moving and improving your body. Exercise generates energy, and with energy, you can do so much more. Talk to a person I train. Talk to a personal trainer or your local gym and have them design a program that is right for your age, weight, and current level of fitness. It is marvelous what happens when you lose a couple of surplus kilos you have been carrying around. You have energy to burn for the things that count for you. Work out what is right for you and decide what you need to do to gain the energy to achieve all that you are capable of in your lifetime. 36. Rituals create your future. As discussed in Chapter 31, people create rituals and rituals from futures. It is so simple and true. If you don't have the future you have dreamed about, it is more likely because you have not had in place the habits or rituals you need to create the future you desire. Everything we have achieved or not achieved is a result of the rituals we have that either propel us forward or hold us back. A ritual is an activity you engage in on a regular and consistent basis. The difference between the successes of individuals rests on the combination of successful rituals they apply. When I have interviewed successful leaders, a common comment comes up. I have always done this. The challenge for each of us is to define the rituals that best support us in our pursuit of our dreams, desires, goals, and passion, while also identifying the rituals that act as roadblocks. In identifying the roadblock rituals, we need to shift our thinking from unconsciously incompetent, not knowing what rituals are not supporting you, to consciously incompetent, actually knowing what you need to improve and creating the right ritual for you. To identify the non-supportive rituals, you need to sit down and focus on what does not assist you in becoming the best you that you can be. Once identified, determine what the opposite to that ritual is for you. It could be that not exercising is a ritual that does not support your feeling fit and energized. So the ritual you need to adopt is to move your body daily through some type of exercise. The key is to create rituals that lift your spirit, making you feel the best you that you can be, and that generate positive, proactive results. If you struggle to identify what you need to improve. You may need to work with a coach and a mentor as you journey towards your goals.